So this is chapter 1, part 3. I hope I'm right on that one. Well, and there's my boisterous little girl in the background already. So there's my reminder for you. I have a dog and she likes to be a part of the reading of my book. So, I will continue here. This is your choice. I was going to the recreational room. So you and Jordan quickly make your way over to the recreational room, entering into the south door, finding everything looking the same to you. You comment right away, I don't see any kind of secret door here, Jordan. I bet the secret door is in the hospital. Let's take a shortcut to the mess hall. Jordan takes a double check by looking at all the different doors answering. I don't see any secret door either. Let's go. You race over to the door, pushing your way through, finding pure darkness. You reach to your backpack for your flashlight, turning the flashlight on to help yourself find your way through the long highway. You see your door swinging open at the end of the hallway. The sounds of people working in the kitchen rings clearly through the air. Jordan pushes her way by you with excitement in her voice. Hurry up, we are running out of time. That key is going to disappear right here in front of us. You push Jordan aside and run the rest of the way through the hallway, entering into the kitchen. Smiling at all the cooks on your way by, you and Jordan find your way through the mess hall, the meeting room, and out to the foyer. You look back at Jordan. There wasn't a single door in there either. Where could that secret door be? Oh, Jordan doesn't answer back. Instead, she just stands there with confusion in her eyes. Are you alright, Jordan? You don't look very well. Maybe you should, step outside for some air. You open the front doors and walk outside down the stairs leading to the driveway. Jordan follows without a fight. You ask again, Are you alright, Jordan? She answers slowly, Yes, I'm good, but we need to go back in there. I think I've seen the key start to glow. What? Are you serious? Come on, let's go back in right now. Yeah, okay, I'm ready. Let's go back in there. Jordan just smiles as she follows you up the stairs. Your hands quiver very slightly as you take the golden key out of your back pocket, holding it tightly with a pull on the huge wooden front doors. You head in. Exhilaration rumbles through your bones as your foot touches the first step leading to the massive hospital. Oh, looking back at Jordan, I have a really good feeling about this. We both enter the foyer. Golden key begins to glow in your hand immediately. Quickly, tell Jordan, but close your eyes. This key's gonna get really bright again. She responds, Wow, even with my eyes closed, it's super bright in here. But I'm gonna try and open my eyes anyways. You agree, opening your eyes. Wow, there it is. The door, Jordan. Oh my god, Jordan, we found the door. Oh my god, you're right. We did it. We did it. We found the door. I wonder what's behind it. Hurry. You better use that key before something else happens to us. Looking up at the third floor of the foyer on the right side of the dual winding staircase, there stands a small hobbit door encased in gold, raised symbols of angels, eagles, and flowers. You make your way up the third level of the hospital in the old restricted area. You hold the golden key against your lips, and with a kiss you reach out and insert it into the doorknob, watching as it begins to disappear. Hurry up, turn the key, it's disappearing. Jordan's yelling from behind you. I don't want to have to look for another one. Come on, hurry up. You quickly turn the key and the door slowly creaks open. The sounds of a harp can be heard coming from beyond the door. Laughter and singing begins to fill the air. You crawl through the door to be met with what reminds you of animated, beautiful butterflies, brightly colored with blue, green, red, and yellow floating around you, trying to get your attention. Birds are singing a melody in the background when you notice a wooden bridge covered with dark green ivy and grapes hanging off its edges, an arched rainbow perfectly set above it. Turning back to Jordan, yeah, hey Jordan, look at that bridge. I can see all my family animals, all the ones my family has ever owned who have passed away. They're on the other side of all that. Can you see them? All playing together, enjoying all the land they want, running free. Can you see them? Hello, half excited, half sad. It will be awesome to see them and touch them, but then do I have to let them go again? Jordan's excited response. Sure can. Let's go. Hey, let's go say hi. She begins to make her way to the wooden bridge. Reassured that all my animals are very happy, you let your thoughts leave your mind, accepting the fact that you're extremely lucky to have the opportunity to be with your animals one more time. So observe it, absorb it, have fun with it. You continue walking over the bridge with your childhood dog Trixie, as she is the first to notice you running as fast as she can across the field to meet with you, her black and white fur flying through the air. She is younger again and full of energy. You think back to how your mom would tell you stories of how Trixie would pick you up by the diaper and bring you back into the yard, how Trixie was always there for you to not only watch over you, but played with you too. You remembered how much fun it was to walk to the park with Trixie, running and playing catch with her and your sisters. She was the one who got you prepared for a long life of loving and caring for animals. You think back to the day your mom had put Trixie down, how you and your sisters all sat with Trixie for those last few pictures, how hard it was to have her with you and to not have her with you anymore, petting her over and over, getting as many hugs and kisses as you can. Next to arrive is Loham, your first kitten as a child. She was found in the garage, very small and scared. A beautiful gray striped tabby, Himalayan mix. You remember how your mom made you wait while you tried to find her owner before being allowed to keep her. How excited you were when the answer was yes, you could keep her. Next, you had kittens, only two, and your mom let the family keep them both. That was really exciting because you got to own one of the kittens. Boots, he was your pride and joy, becoming the biggest cat you ever owned, weighing in at 20 pounds. Misty was your next cat, and there she is next to Boots, like it was always meant to be. She was a stray you had taken in when she was just a kitty. You always seen her as Boots's girlfriend and the love of his life. Both of them went away to die, leaving you vowing to always be there for any of your future animals. Then you see her, the first dog you ever called your own, Sheba. What an amazing dog and such a beauty. She was golden. She had her golden fur and dark brown eyes, reminding you of a queen. Even though she loved having puppies and left you, so she could raise a batch of red-tailed fox puppies when their mom had died, she was still your first protector and most precious companion, helping and supporting you through many trials and tribulations. It was amazing to feel her soft coat again, to see her tail wagging, and how excited she was to see you, absorbing all her hugs and kisses. Next, both Shelby and Spook beg for your attention, your girls from those hard times, during your struggles of health and welfare. Shelby was her bright white fur with black and brown face with those big black spots down her side and a pink spot on her nose. Spooker still has her shiny black fur coat and her pink nose, purring and rubbing against both you and Shelby. You thank them for keeping you alive for all those years they had and for sending you, the next two dogs, to carry on where they left off. Tears form as you hug Shelby and Spookersy and Centauri, the last cat you owned, make her way closer to you, hoping for her turn to get a pet in. You pick her up and hold her close, giving her some loving, petting your ears, noticing she now can hear when you speak to her. Then you see her, Piper, your last dog, the one who had just passed away only a few weeks ago, waiting for your other pets to reunite with you before she runs towards you. You kneel down with your arms stretched out. Piper jumps right into your arms, licking and pinching, licking and pinning you to the ground. Just thrilled to see you again. She is looking really healthy. Her black and white fur coat shiny again, not suffering any pain anymore. You laugh and hug her, telling her how happy you are to see her, thanking her for knowing when her time had come for you to be able to now own your next protector and companion, your baby Belle. Jordan is busy playing and petting your animals when all of a sudden she spits out. Do you think we're in heaven? You take a moment to look around before answering. Well, I sure hope not. I'm not sure where we are though, but look how beautiful it is here. First thing to catch your attention is all the families enjoying the warm sun rays and breeze while sitting atop blankets laid out on plush green grass for a picnic, laughing and playing in a huge playground. Men and women alike are pushing their children on swings, laughing and chatting with each other. The air is fresh and crisp with the early spring morning. A hand water pump sits in the center of the playground. Kids and adults are using it to fill their cups and jugs with fresh well water, drinking it, and some are even having a water fight, tossing it on each other, laughing and running around in circles. You also notice how some of the adults and children are wearing clothes from the early 1900s. Girls in plain knee-high dresses with lace around the collar and wrist of the sleeves, wearing wool socks and laced-up black shoes. Boys are wearing sailor suits, a shirt with a sailor collar, and a pair of knickerbockers, also with laced-up black shoes and wool socks. Women are wearing plain long dresses, hiding their legs with lace around necklines and sleeves, wearing a bonnet atop their heads and wide-brimmed hats with ribbon wrapped and tied around them, accented with lace, wool socks, and black laced-up shoes. The men are wearing their pinstripe suits, Homburg or fedora hats, and wing-tip black shoes, all looking sharply dressed in their plain colored clothes and extremely happy to be enjoying their day. Other adults and children you see are not dressed in such an older style of clothing. Instead, they are dressed in present time clothing. Shorts, t-shirts, and bare feet or sandals, yet all seem to be playing with or around each other. What is going on in this place? You noticed an old single-room school in immaculate condition, made from logs of wood similar to a cabin. Many smiling children are racing for the doors. A younger woman wearing an early 1900s dress with an apron hanging over her neck and tied around her waist, standing in a doorway, is waving at all those in the playground. Some notice her waving back, some don't. A windmill runs in the background, its mill turning the water coming from the waterfall rushing down massive sandstone rocks. A huge garden sits close by with a beautiful church with its steeple right next to it. Is this the village? Oh my god, Jordan, look over there. Isn't that the village? She stops petting your animals to take a look. Wow, maybe. Looks pretty nice though. And I didn't see those two ghosts anymore. Instead, it looks like a lot more ghosts. Happy ghosts, mind you, but still a lot more ghosts, that's for sure. I don't know if they're all ghosts. Most of them probably are, but look at how some of them are wearing modern day clothes compared to others that, well, the other ones are wearing olden day clothes. As for the entire village, yes, I would agree. It does look a lot nicer, like it's been, I don't know, renovated or something. Whoa, Jordan asked, should we go and check it out? It looks really nice over there. It almost looks like it's like a movie. Yeah, that must agree with you, Jordan. Come on. You motion for your pets to follow you as you begin walking towards the village. Jordan turns around to face you and continues to walk backwards. This has been the best camping trip ever. I'm so glad we came. I don't feel scared anymore, even though this is pretty strange. Sure is awesome. Yeah, I love it here too. I wish it was like this all the time. Wouldn't that be great? Some of your animals run ahead, racing around and playing with each other. You watch as your dogs and cats go closer to kids playing in the sandbox. They all stop for a pet on their way by, and each child is excited to see them, laughing and reaching out and petting all of your girls, and all your girls are returning the favor with lots of licking. Yet, when your dogs run by other kids sitting with their parents on a blanket, none of them they don't seem to have any interest. Each child your dog runs to are dressed in old 1900s clothes, and those who are dressed in the modern clothes, while your dogs just run right on by them. What's going on? Maybe you are in heaven after all. When reaching the village, wow, this place looks like it's been completely restored to its original state. Everything looks like that. You point to two horses standing in front of the fire hall, and you begin making your way to them. Jordan runs ahead. Do you think these are real Clydesdale horses? I sure hope so. You run after Jordan. Yeah, they sure look real from here. Arriving first, Jordan reaches out to pet the first horse she meets. Wow. Whoa. This isn't a real horse, it's a wax museum kind of horse. What? Whoa is right. Look, there's a fireman over here and stuff hanging on the walls in here. Jordan walks past a wax figurine of a fireman and right into the fire hall. You look closer at the details of the horse. The eyes are looking right back at you. You move, they move too. The horse's eyes are following you. Okay, sorry I started coughing there and lost my place. So I am going to backtrack a little bit to you look closely at the details in the horse. The eyes are looking right back at you. You move, they move too. The horse's eyes are following you. Its horse's hair is amazing. Every strand of hair is a strand of wax. Each muscle is formed with such preciseness it makes you reach out just to touch it and feel how real it might be. With your eyes closed, you can imagine a real horse as you follow how the muscle was carved. Even the harness of the horse is wearing has been carved with wax. Truly amazing. A smaller, old steam-powered pump fire truck sits next to a brightly painted red fire hall with a white siren attached to the outside front wall. The fire truck has a nice clean black frame with four old tires, reminding you of the old oversized pedal bike tire, having black rubber and white trim. The old fire truck is employing a two-section wooden ladder, elevated by a spring-loaded worm gear, assisted by a hand crank. Hand wheels extending the ladder and rotating ladder on a turntable with hose reels attached to its side and a steam-powered pump stabilized in its center. Making your way past the wax figurine in the fire hall, you admire all the detail put into the smile, masking wrinkles in his face. His hands in his pockets, looking thrilled to be doing his job in a small village. Once inside, you can tell how now for sure things have changed. There are rubber-lined duck coats hanging all in a line on the sidewall, with a set of rubber boots beneath each coat, all ready to be used. A handmade wooden desk sits against the far wall with black candlestick telephone sitting on top of it. A pad of paper is strategically placed beside the telephone. A handmade wooden stool is pushed close to the desk. A red cushion sits on it. Wow, Jordan. Sure is a nice old style of telephone. I think they have turned this place into maybe a wax museum. Jordan answers, "Well, I'm not sure who you mean by they, but to be honest, I think we did this." What? I'm talking about the people who own this place and let us camp here for the week. But maybe you're right. Maybe we did do this. When we come through the Hobbit door is when all this changed, right? That's what you're thinking, right? Jordan answers, "Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It all makes sense, right? Into the secret door, and it will take you to places never encountered before. Isn't that what it said? That hint of what would happen after we got the key and found the door?" Ooh, instantly. Yeah, yes, you're right. It did say that. Let's check out the awesome looking eight-sided church next. This is awesome. I wonder how real this really is. There, only a few steps from the fire hall, stands an old, slick, white, octagon-shaped church with deep, dark blue accented windows and door frames. Each of its 8 sides contains one rectangle-shaped window with multicolored stained glass window panes in it. On east-facing side of the church is 2 windows half the size of the other windows embedded within the front doors, also containing multicolored stained glass window panes in each. A steeple sits upon top of a tall tower, incorporating a belfry giving forth the sounds of bells ringing, a lantern and a spire giving its pyramid look, all dressed in same slick white paint. There's a small open front porch where a brass bell hangs freely from ladders on the left side. A chair and a small table occupy the right side. You walk inside. Right away, first thing you notice is how from the ceiling the sun shines right through the lantern into the steeple onto the crossing of the church. It is not a very large church. Maybe 20 people can fit in it at one time, but it is outright gorgeous. You notice now how each stained glass window carries a picture, a lamb in one, a flaming sacred heart, and a cherub dressed in white with the short golden colored hair. Others have a white dove, a set of crossed keys, a fish, Virgin Mary, and Jesus. A Bible stands with opened Bible. A Bible stand with open Bible sits on the minister's altar, with a half-drawn, deep red velvet curtain hanging behind it. The sun shines through yet another 2 small windows embedding in the back door of the church. To either side of the main aisle is 6 rows of handmade wooden pews. Each has a place for a songbook and a Bible to be held on the back side of the pews. A deep red carpet rides down center aisle straight to the crossing of the church, beautiful colors dancing across the floor from all the stained glass windows. You walk slowly to the crossing, looking up to watch the bells and the sun dance together as they continue to ring. Jordan is already behind the curtains, looking out the back door. She looks back into the church, motioning with her hand for you to come with her. You stop Turn, look back just for a moment to absorb the church's new beauty. You follow Jordan through the back door, finding a huge vegetable garden, fresh flowers and herbs, fruit trees and bushes everywhere, and behind the garden is the most breathtaking waterfall, portraying a mountain of massive sandstone rocks, with crystal clear water rushing down them and through the cattail and long grass surrounding moat, connecting to an old yet still working windmill. The garden arch trellis covered in vines of red rose sits in the church's backyard, and to the right is a pedestal of golden lantern to sit on, with a pack of wooden matches in a waterproof case next to it. To the left of the trellis was a short white sign stating, "May you all rest in peace," in honor of those who lost their battle with tuberculosis. Once walking through the trellis, you see rows and rows of handmade wooden crosses on headstones, ages ranging from babies to elderly, showing how this deadly disease had no qualms on who it took or when. The grave sites were well taken care of, with wildflowers growing everywhere, giving a needed sense of peace and tranquility. An older gentleman dressed in light brown overalls with a long-sleeved white and brown striped shirt and a pair of rubber boots, with a rake in one hand and a watering can in the other, makes his way towards a section of headstones, setting the water can down on the ground and begins to rake between the headstones, stopping to pull the odd weed. He notices you, smiles. "Hello, ma'am. Isn't it a beautiful day? With the birds singing, flowers blooming, the sun shining, how could it be more beautiful today?" You smile back. "Yes, it is a beautiful day." You reach down and pull a weed while you ask, mm, you, you do an awesome job keeping the graveyard well maintained. Have you worked here long?" He sets his rake down and answers, "I have lived and worked here for most of my working years. Now I get to spend the rest of my time enjoying what I love to do in the most beautiful place in the world." Let me be the one to thank you, sir, for taking such good care of those who have passed on. He responds, "I was once involved in burying all these wonderful people, and it is my pleasure to continue caring for them." Wow, amazing. You're truly an amazing person, and I thank you again, sir. With a smile and a wink, he picks up his rake and continues on his way through the graveyard. You take time to acknowledge the headstones as you pass by, saying a prayer while you continue to walk through, returning back to the church where you run into Jordan. "Wow, I just met an old man working the graveyard. I think he's a ghost. He says he has lived and worked here his entire working life and buried all these people in the cemetery and now cares for them for the rest of time. Isn't this place just amazing? I can't believe we did this. The perfect way to respect all those who lived and died here. I bet we are seeing the spirits of those who have died, finally giving them a place to relax without worry or fears." "Whoa, whoa." Instantly, Jordan responds, "I bet you're right. We should try talking to some of them and see if they can see us too. Good idea. Wouldn't you have to agree there?" "Oh, yeah, I think great idea. How about the next person we see, or spirit that, well, or spirit for that matter, we'll try and talk to one of them. How does that sound?" "Sure, yeah." Jordan agrees, and you both make your way back through the church. Jordan's, "Let's go to the old single room schoolhouse next. We can see if any of those kids are spirits or the teacher can see us or hear us." "Yeah, okay, you lead the way to the old bright white single schoolhouse with yellow accented windows and door frames. It sits right on the ground with no porch, but it is still a couple of comfy looking chairs out front. Teacher stands about 10 feet in front of the door with her hand raised, waving to the people sitting and playing in the playground. A handful of kids are running towards the teacher with her hand held slates under their arms and excitement in their faces. The closer you get, the easier it is to tell they are all wax figurines. Huh. Wow, they look so lifelike. Hi, you say as walk by just in case. Jordan runs up to the first child. She comes across waving her hand in front of him without a response, so she tries the next one. Still no response. Hey, are any of them real there, Jordan? No, they aren't real. None of them are. I don't think they're spirits either. You walk by the kids, touching one just to see what her clothes feel like. To your surprise, the clothes are real. Their clothes are from the 1900s and are very real. You and Jordan continue on your way, stopping to look at the teacher. She has a huge smile on her face and long, silk black hair. She is dressed in a long, plain white blue dress, covering her legs with wool socks and black lace shoes. She also wears a white apron with drapes over her shoulders and ties round her waist. When entering the school, you see a pot belly stove in one corner with a kettle and a pot on top used for making tea and stew for lunch. A makeshift blackboard is attached to the back wall, painted with black paint. A single desk sits next to it with the fresh flowers in a vase on top. A child is busy cleaning the blackboard and another has erasers in his hand, heading for the door. There are about 20 old wooden school desktops and chairs, which are attached together by the metal bars and four legs with metal feet. You can hear Jordan. Hey, remember when our school desks looked like those? Then we got those ones with the desktop could lift up and put our things in. Yeah, thanks, Jordan. Trying to make me feel old or something here. Or just poor. You continue laughing as you try sitting in one of the desks. Jordan laughs along with you. Come on, where should we go next? I want to find someone to meet and find out if they can see us. Hmm, you suggest, how about we go to the cabins next? I wonder what kind of reconstruction got done there. Maybe we will, I don't know, run into someone there. On your way to the cabin area, you begin to hear people talking. You can make out what they're saying, but you still hear them. The closer you get, the clearer they become. There's two women sitting on a bench in one of the yards connected to the intersecting circle of 8 cabins, carrying on a very interesting conversation. First older woman is saying, "Isn't it just the perfect place to spend our time enjoying nature and the wilderness? I love what they have done to make this place a heritage retreat. They sure put a large amount of work into this former TB clinic." Second older woman responds, "Oh, yes, dear, I must agree. I really enjoy how they honored those who have lived and died here, especially the graveyard. I even heard it's not haunted anymore. How amazing is that?" When the women first notice you and Jordan walking closer, she says, "Hello, ladies. Isn't it just a lovely day out? This sure is a wonderful heritage retreat. You are staying here as well?" You and Jordan exchange a quick glance. Yes, ma'am, this is a wonderful place. We have been staying here for the past week. Enjoyed every moment of our day. Jordan comments, "I must agree, ladies, I love it here," you say. Nice meeting you both. Have a great rest of your day. Both women smile and answer back with a thank you. You too. Extremely excited, yet trying not to let it show, both you and Jordan continue on around the side of the next cabin. Before you even get a word out, Jordan is jumping up and down. Ho ho, wow. Now that was real. They are real people. You jump up and down with Jordan, hi, hand in hand. Ooh, yeah, commenting back. Wow is right. Wow, they are real. Okay, they were saying something about we before we interrupted them. Oh, right, Jordan says. Yes, something about this being a historic place now. You look around at all the beautiful small wooden cabins. All the cabins sit in a circle, each having their own small front yard with dark green grass, a short white picket fence surrounding each yard with metal gates giving access to the center play area, each adjacent yard. Jordan continues. Wow, look at all these amazing cabins. It looks like there's some people staying in most of them. As you and Jordan are walking from yard to yard, you stop to talk to a couple of kids playing in the center of the cabin. Hi, do you live here? The little girl shyly laughs, and a young boy answers, no, nobody lives here anymore. We're staying here with our parents for the weekend. There's really neat cabins over there. Wax people in it. He points to the cabin closest to the lodges. Smiling. Well, thanks. Uh, Thank you very much, sir, for all your help. We'll be sure to look in the cabins and the wax people in it. The little girl says, you're very welcome. Have fun. Jordan takes the lead and you follow, making your way over to the cabin the young boy had pointed to. She opens up the front door and slowly makes her way in. You take a moment to look through the window next to the front door. The cabin looks much larger inside than it does from the outside. Walking in, you see the wax people the young boy was talking about, a woman dressed in a long green and black plaid dress reaching down to her ankles. She wears an apron with millions of little pink and white flowers imprinted on it, tied around her waist, and a pair of black wool socks with black laced-up shoes. She stands next to a black cast-iron pot-belly stove located in the center of the room, dividing the kitchen area from the living room area. She is busy stirring a pot of stew, sitting on the stove. A wooden handmade oak table with 4 oak chairs sits in the kitchen area, displaying settling for 3. Displaying settings for 3 with plate and cup. A design of fruit on each plate and cup with basic silverware on each side of them. A white water basin and white water canteen sits on the top of a long shelf attached to the wall. The wall is low enough to work as a small kitchen counter. Next to the basin and canter is a small salt and pepper shaker. A few extra cups and saucers, as well as a vase with a bouquet of wildflowers. Under the shelf is a light-colored wood icebox. The top lifts up with a block of ice to keep in it, and the bottom cupboard opens outward for keeping food in. A young boy dressed in a blue and white sailor suit with woolen socks and black lace shoes sits on one of the kitchen chairs with a huge smile on his face and a fork in his hand, knife in the other, waiting for his meal. In the living room area is a man wearing a black and gray pinstripe suit, a white shirt with black tie and wingtip shoes. He sits on a small-sized sofa covered in a yellow cotton blanket, smoking a pipe and reading a book. You walk across the lightly colored wood floor through the door into a single room half the size of the cabin. It has 3 metal army cots all side by side on one wall, with a pillow and two red and black plaid wool blankets covering each. A small army footlocker sits at the end of each bed. Clothing hangs on a hook attached to the opposite wall. A man's dark blue suit, a woman's bright red long dress, and a couple of boys' sailor suits. You notice a handwritten sign in a wood frame attached to the wall next to the bedroom door stating, "Welcome to the village. Please help yourself to the garden, water pump, and kitchen located in any one of the three lodges. Washrooms and showers are also located in any of the three lodges." While walking back out to the kitchen, you comment to Jordan, "Now, this cabin sure does make it feel like they are comfortable living here. Really nice of that doctor to find a way to make the sick feel wanted and loved." Jordan answers quietly, "Yes, very nice of him. Still very sad." Yeah, coming back through the door, did you notice how all the wax people are smiling and enjoying their day? Jordan follows you outside, answering, "Not until you mentioned it." Jordan's voice changes to a higher pitch, saying, "Oh, can you see them? The younger girl and the woman that were hovering? There they are. They're sitting on the blanket having a picnic with that man." Quickly, you look in the same direction as Jordan. "Wow, I think you're right. We should go and see if they can see us." "And maybe hear us," Jordan asks. Chuckles as she starts to walk towards the family having a picnic. You listen closely while Jordan talks with the family. She walks up. "Excuse me. Hi, my name is Jordan. Do you happen to live here?" The woman answers immediately. "Hi, dear. Yes, we do live here. My name is Alice. This is my daughter Alice and my husband Jean. This is the most wonderful place to live." Jean comments right away. "Yes, not only is it the most beautiful place to live in the whole world, but we get to live out the rest of time here." Little Alice adds in the conversation. "Best part is that we get to be together forever and ever." Jordan looks back, smiling. "I think they're ghosts. They can see and hear us too." She looks back at the family, still smiling with excitement in her voice. "Thank you for speaking with me. You have a great day." Alice says, "Bye. Enjoy your journey." Jean says, "Nice meeting you. Have a good day yourselves. Thanks." Little Alice, "Bye. See you later." You enjoy to continue down the dirt path to the last staircase leading up to the long, wide deck going to the entire length of the lodge. You turn back to Jordan. We should check and see what the lodge looks like while we're right here. What do you think?" "Yeah, sure. Come on, let's go." She races up the stairs ahead of you.
There are three two-story lodges on the grounds, all painted bright white with dark brown trim. Each has a deck full length of back walls with two sets of staircases giving access to dirt pathway. Each deck has a set of French doors leading into the lodge. Using both hands, you push the doors towards yourself to open them, entering into a quaint little library. Left wall contains a shelving unit from floor to ceiling full of many different types of books and magazines. A middle-aged man dressed in light brown overalls and long sleeves, white and brown shirt sits on the floor with two young girls, both dressed in flowered dresses with white frills around their neckline, wrists and hemline, black wool socks and black lace shoes, as well as two young boys, both wearing sailor suits, black wool socks, and black lace shoes. You can see the eagerness in the children's eyes as they listen intensely to the story he's reading. He offers to continue reading yet another book as he finishes the one he is reading. The girl jumps up, grabbing a book from the shelf, begging for him to read it next. With a smile, he takes the book from her hands and begins to read it. Jordan sits on the floor next to the man and offers to read the books for the children. To her surprise, he responds to her request by handing her the book, stands up off the floor, and sits on one of the chairs while Jordan reads to the children. You make your way through the lodge. Light brown wood floors give you a path to follow through the entire lodge. All walls are white with hand-painted pictures hanging randomly throughout. Heading left down the hallway, you push your way through a set of double doors leading to washroom area. There are 6 porcelain sinks attached to the walls, each has a mirror hanging above them. Across from the sinks are 6 porcelain toilets, each enclosed in their own walls and door. Walking through down the hallway is found another large area of dozen showers. Most are open with only a couple enclosed in their own walls and door. Against the wall are long wooden benches giving opportunity to sit while getting dressed. You make your way back down the hallway, checking out the rooms on your way by. There are a total of 8 rooms on the second level of the lodge. Each room is rather small, containing only a single hospital bed, a small wooden nightstand, and a small wooden dresser with a wooden chair sitting next to the door opening out to the deck. As you start walking towards the winding staircase, you notice all the crown molding edging along the ceiling, completely gorgeous. You hear Jordan in the background. Thanks for letting me read with you. It was so much fun. I'm so happy to hear you all will be able to enjoy the rest of your time doing that of what you love to do. She makes her way to the same winding staircase, turning and looking at Jordan. Did you have fun reading to the kids? And she responds, oh, yes, I did. I think they're spirits, though, but they all seem very happy to be here. As you start walking down the winding staircase, you comment back, I must agree. I noticed that anyone I spoke with so far who is a spirit seems very happy to be here. I also notice the same when it comes to the living. It is as if this place has become a special retreat for all to come and relax at, being at the living or those who have lived and died here many years ago. The winding staircase ends in the middle of the large kitchen area. One wall is covered with hand-carved oak cupboards, all containing smoked glass, giving a view of beautiful plates, bowls, and cups with the blue farmyard scenery embedded in each. 2 large wooden ice boxes with lifting tops for 2 blocks of ice to be placed inside, and 4 doors open from front to access fruit, vegetables, milk, cheese, and meat are kept cold. They sit next to a black cast iron potbelly stove with cast iron pots and pans hanging from the ceiling on long black metal hangers above it. On the other side of the winding staircase is a large oak dining table with 8 oak chairs surrounding it. A light green water basin and water Cantern sits in the center. Across from the kitchen is a huge living room area with a chestnut brown colored piano and piano bench sitting against the right wall. A large dark green ivy sits on the white pillar in the corner with oversized pillows scattered on the floor in front of it, making a nice cozy place to sit and sing or listen to music. The far wall has 6 windows. A few are open, letting in a lovely breeze of fresh air, as all the windows allow the sun rays in to fill the room. A dark brown and white 2-knob radio sits on a shelf attached to the left wall, with angelic music playing from it. An elderly couple shares one of the 2 couches. Their feet are busy tapping the floor to the music. You don't want to bother them, so you continue down the left hallway to find 8 more small rooms, all looking the same as those on the second level. Jordan has been looking down the hallway leading to the washrooms and the shower, making her way towards you. I can't get over how wonderful this place is and how content it feels now. Yeah, I must agree, this place sure is awesome, isn't it, Jordan? She heads for the front door. Where should we go look next? I'm guessing there's only a couple of places left to look at. The doctor's house and the old hospital. Which place do you and Jordan look into next? The doctor's house or the old hospital? If you and Jordan start walk if you and Jordan decide to check out the doctor's house, continue reading on. If you decide to check out the hospital next, turn to chapter number 19. You and Jordan start walking up the dark green grass heading to the bright white doctor's house. You observe how beautiful all the different types of bushes are in the blossom. There's honeysuckle bushes, raspberry bushes, Saskatoon berry bushes, even some chokecherry bushes, all surrounding the entire house. To the right of the house is entrance to the front door. A few feet further out from the house is a hand-built, wood-carved bridge. A red rose ivy has wrapped itself around both sides with two weeping willow trees on either side, cloaking over the bridge, giving the bridge a very elegant look. To the left of the doctor's house is the back door entrance with a huge boulder halfway down the side wall, with a flight of stairs chiseled into it, leading down to the backyard. As you stand back admiring the outside of the house, you comment, I'm going to take the bridge over this way and see where it takes me. Jordan, yeah, I'm going to take those stairs. They look really neat, like they've been carved into a huge rock. As you make your way to the bridge, you realize it goes over a man-made pond with water lilies floating everywhere. A frog hops from one lily to the next as a hummingbird hovers next to its lily. Dozens of 6 foot high cattails surround the water's edge, with their slender leaves standing straight up next to their brown corn dog shaped flowers. A line of yellow honeysuckle bush flowers peek through its cattail, making it mimic a water painting. Jordan walks closer to the huge rock, noticing how much work it must have taken to not carve but chisel each step into it. A dash of wildflowers and Grandpa Tiger lilies follow alongside the staircase close to the side of the house. Tall maple and oak trees sit off to the distance, giving shade part way down the stairs. She comes to the end of the stairs, meeting with a long driveway. To the left of the driveway is a set of 3 stairs chiseled out of yet another large rock, leaving top of rock as a makeshift landing. She makes her way over to see why someone would have made stairs into the middle of nowhere. Once walking up the stairs and standing on the landing, Jordan finds a perfect clothesline attached between 2 trees. As you come to the end of the bridge, stepping stones give you a pathway through a beautiful little herb garden, with a bench chiseled from a large rock sitting off to the far right. The strawberry patch runs freely alongside of all the honeysuckle bushes. You help yourself to a handful of strawberries on your way by. The thought of eating them makes your mouth water. Alongside the driveway is 3 crabapple trees graced with many apples fresh for the picking. You meet Jordan on the driveway behind the doctor's house. Isn't it peaceful here, Jordan? Turning back towards the house, you continue. Wow, look at the back of the house. It's built right into the side of the huge hill we just walked up. From the backyard is seen how the entire basement wall is windows from floor to ceiling, with a door to the right of the windows leading directly out to the driveway. The main door also has a complete wall of windows from floor to ceiling, allowing the sun rays to enter both levels of the house. Jordan follows you to the basement door, slowly opening it, peeking inside, finding a large open area. There's 2 long couches sitting against far wall. An oak end table sits between them with a large green and white striped spider plant on the table. Shoots of baby spider plants hang freely over the edge. A black cast iron potbelly stove sits against left wall with a bookcase full of books filling the wall next to it. You begin walking towards the door leading to your right, finding a laundry room containing a wringer washer and a wash tub sitting next to it. Wow, Jordan, I remember how my nana used to use one of those. wringer washers. She hated it, especially after her arm got caught in the wooden wringer part on top of the machine. Jordan chuckles. My grandma was the opposite. She loved hers and would never replace it. You and Jordan make your way up the basement stairs leading directly into the kitchen. What a beautiful kitchen it is. Immediately to your left is a huge wooden ice box. The top is flipped open, showing where blocks of ice would be placed. Bottom part of the ice box has four doors with windows showing areas of food to be stored with a full window behind it. Next to the ice box is the most breathtaking hand-carved oak-cornered china cabinet filled with crystal trinkets and white china plates, cups, and bowls. A handmade round oak table sits in the middle of the kitchen with five oak chairs surrounding it. A crocheted dolly sits in the middle of the table with a vase filled with wildflowers. There is a stunning white double porcelain sink placed within a black garnet counter containing all lower oak cupboards against right wall. There is a window above the sink, and the back door is to the left of the counter. A second black garnet counter, also with lower cupboards, is attached to the far wall with a large cast iron potbelly stove on the far left of the counter. A kettle sits on top, all accented with light hardwood flooring through the entire area. The light hardwood floor continues through an arched doorway leading past a half-circular staircase, through another arched doorway into a living room area. The living room area has a light brown upright cabinet-style piano and a piano stool sitting immediately to your right, taking up the entire wall, dividing kitchen from living room. A bookcase full of books and family pictures fills the wall between the piano and the front door. A fireplace takes up most of the wall to the left of the front door, leaving only enough room for a small corner table with a dark green rubber plant sitting on it. Two oversized armchairs sit in front of the wall of the window, with an oak end table between them. A wall of mirrors is across from the fireplace with a large couch in front, two oak end tables, and a matching coffee table strategically placed around the couch. Jordan walks into the living room area, saying in a calm voice, "That sun coming through all these windows sure does help warm this house up. It's so nice in here. Did you notice the amazing staircase? You can tell someone put a lot of work into this place. Even the spindles on the stairs are hand carved." Answering back, "Yeah, someone has definitely put a large amount of work into this place. Even all the furniture is handmade and hand carved." Instant response from Jordan, "Yes, even the stairs outside are hand chiseled out of a huge rock." You head towards the stairs. You suggest, let's go upstairs and see what it looks like." Jordan heads on her way up the stairs. "Sounds like a good plan to me. Let's go." As you walk up the stairs, you take a moment to admire the hand-carved spindles, then stopping again to take a scenery look at the scenery through the window walls behind the stairs. At the top of the stairs is a door leading to a bathroom right across from the stairs. To the right of the bathroom is a smaller bedroom. A single bed with a hand-carved frame sits under a window. A small dresser sits another smaller bed is next to it containing some type of furniture, with yet a third room at the end. This is two single beds, also with hand-carved frames. There are two dressers and an armoire type, twice the size of the others. The two left and the two left of the bathroom is To the left of the bathroom is the master bedroom. This room is much larger, containing four post oak beds, a chest of drawers, and a vanity makeup table with a mirror, drawers, and a bench for sitting on. Again, all the furniture in this bedroom is hand carved. When you and Jordan meet in the hallway, you comment, "Can you imagine living here? It's so homey and comfortable in here. And the yard, it's just completely amazing. I could spend hours out there just enjoying the land alone." Jordan responds, "Ooh, yes, this entire place is amazing. It's still very sad that so many people had to come here knowing they were going to die, though." "Yeah, I guess we better be on our way." Turning to Jordan. So, what do we have left to take a look at? She answers, "I guess we have just the hospital left to look at. Should we head over there now?" "Yeah, I think you're right. Let's go check out the hospital." Jordan agrees, and you both head through the kitchen to the back door. The second you step on the back landing, everything changes. Jordan looks at you, confused. You both watch as all the life gets sucked out of every plant around you. "Oh my God, Jordan. What the hell happened?" She answers, "I don't know, but I don't think it's a good sign if everything is dying around us." You grab Jordan by the hand and run for the hill you both climbed up to reach the doctor's house, when all of a sudden you see a man waiting in the bottom of the hill. "Good evening, ladies. My name is Ralph. I'm sorry to advise you both, but your adventure is over. You have entered the wrong building. Your adventure is now over. Please try again. Better luck next time." Ha, ha, ha. Let's see if you can make it next time.